Good morning, this is Sheila from mycardstockcreations.com, and this is part 2 of the Junk Journal mini album. And on this video we're going to work on the inside. I just wanted to point out one thing. If you notice, my spine paper is all buckled, and I think it's because I glued it too tight. It's even ripping. So when you do your spine, see, it's still buckling, but this is just I'm not really worried about it because this is just an example just to show you how I did it. And I'll probably turn it into a junk journal anyway because it's all bumpy and stuff. But anyway, just be mindful of when you put your spine paper on or anything you use that you don't do it like wrap it too tight because it will buckle like mine. So anyway, now we're going to work on the inside. Now before you lay down these pockets and things, if you want to have a closure like ribbing, I would suggest that you add it before you add your pocket. So because I think I'm going to use this purple ribbon, so what I'm going to do, just cut this in half, and with a little tape I'm just gonna put this down here, just gonna lay some tape and just lay that down there. You can see that. Hopefully it wasn't a frame, but just lay down some tape. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side and try to make it somewhat in the same spot. You can, do whatever clothes you like, but for this I'm just going to use some ribbon. There. Now, after that, I am ready. I feel, oh, excuse me. And again, I'll have the measurements for you down below. So on your front cover is one big pocket. Actually, for this cover, for some reason, what did I do? Make the cover small. Anyway, for the front pocket, one large, it's 5 by 9 3/4, and you're gonna score a 1/4 of an inch, half inch, sorry, on either side. And you can trim your corners, minor your corners if you like, but I'm not for this video. So I'm just gonna add some glue, and I always say use glue for your pockets because the glue will dry completely, where the double-sided tape will remain sticky, and you don't want your tags and other things getting caught. So just line it up and lay it down. I'm just gonna use this just to burnish that glue. Make sure it's spread out. Okay. So now, what's this one? So now I have 3 pockets, and they each measure 3.5 by 6, and you're going to score a half inch on either side. And as before, if you want to trim off your corners, you can, but for this video I'm not. I'm just going to leave them as they are. Now there's 3 pockets, and you can decide if you want to glue. Okay, so you can decide if you want to glue all of them on 3 sides and you have short tags to stick out, or if you want one long one and then a medium sized one, what you do is just glue the sides, but you leave this open so that you'll be able to put in a longer tag. And you can do that for the first and second one, so you can have longer tags, and then you do all three sides on the bottom tag. So this is what I'm gonna just glue the sides, and you're not gonna glue here if you want a big tag, and you're just gonna lay this down. Just gonna burnish, and when you burnish, make sure you go out, not in, because the glue will spread into your pocket and you don't want that to happen. Make sure you're going out to the end, to the edge, the other way. Alright, so that's the first one, and I didn't really do any measurements on where to lay them down. You can just eyeball it. You don't have to have 3 pockets. You can have 2 pockets, 1 pocket, whichever you decide. I'm just using 3 because that's what I did in the other album. Hopefully that looks even. Okay, you can see I left the bottom open too, so to be able to slide in along the tag. And now this last one, I'm going to glue on all 3 sides. And glue it to the bottom of the larger pocket. And I'm not going to do tags, because you can figure that out. I'm just doing the basics of the album. And I'm not going to decorate my pockets either, because this is just for show, just for this tutorial. I may go ahead later and do that. So this is the front side. Now the back pocket. Okay, the back pocket. The back cover. Oh my goodness, what did I do? I put some tape. Okay, get rid of this. I get stuff somewhere. Okay, so now for this side, there are, how many do I have? All right, so we got. Oops. Everything's falling on me here. I don't want to lose any of my pieces. That's the flap. Okay. So now, on the back cover, there's also one big pocket. So you're going to glue on 3 sides, but leave this side open so that you can have an opening for a big tag. Oops. You burnish that down. Okay, so now on this pocket, why do I keep saying pocket? On this side of the album, there I made my signature waterfall pockets. And there's, I believe, oh, there's 6 of them. So, and again, I'll have all the measurements down below. Excuse me one second. Okay, so there's 6 waterfall pockets, and they measure 4 3/4 by 11 inches. And then I did not mark that. You're gonna score. Yes, I did. you're going to put this on your scoreboard, and you're going to score it at 5.25 inch, and then again at 10.5 inches. And this 1/2 inch here is, you're going to fold this over. Well, excuse me, let me do that. You're going to take this side and you're going to fold it up to the score line. Not right on top of it, just below it, because you don't want to interfere with that score line. And this part, how am I doing this now? Yeah. Okay, and this one's going to go so you're going to fold this one this way and this flap the opposite direction. So it's going to look like this. Okay. So now, when you're gluing the pocket, you're going to glue up top here and down the right side. You're going to leave the left side open so that when you add it to the back of the book, your tags are going to stick out on this side. You don't want them to stick out on this side because then they'll be sticking out of the book. So we're going to glue down on the top and on the right side. Oops. Just like that. Excuse me. Okay, so now we're going to glue this to the back of the book. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. So I'm just going to turn this a little bit so I'm going to turn it around because I'd like to be able to see it better. And I'm just going to lay it down. Now you could bring it all the way to the edge of this pocket, or you can just try to eyeball it into the middle, and that's what I do. I just eyeball it. Okay, so the opening is there. So now we're going to do that 5 more times. You're going to bring this side up to the score line. And then this one you're going to fold back. And now you're going to glue on the top and on the right side. Oops. And then you're going to glue this little flap. Now I always leave a tiny bit of room. I don't butt it right up against the last one. And I always make sure it is even with the first. There. Yeah, it's touching. Don't want it to touch the one before. Otherwise it won't open right. There we go. Okay. So let's continue to do that. So I'm going to pause the video just to save time, and I'm going to add my other 4 pockets. Alright, so now all my pockets, waterfall pockets, are attached. Alright, so now you're going to need a flap. And the flap is 2.5 by 6 inches, and you're going to score a 1/2 inch on one side. And put some glue. and you're going to line it up somewhat in the middle. Lay that down, and you will use a I usually use magnets for the closures to hold all of them down, which I'm not going to add that right now. Now underneath there's a space, and I just made this little flip out. And before, it's like a little pocket, but before you lay that down, you can put some decorative paper back there before you lay the pocket down, but for this I'm not. So, oops, that didn't fold that well. Okay, so the pocket, envelope pocket, is 3 3/4 by 11, and I scored it at 4 inches and at 9 inches, and then you fold it this way. And then for the inside, I cut 2 pieces of cardstock 1 inch by 4 1/4, and then I scored it down the middle, and we're going to glue that to the inside of the envelope just to give it some little opening. Actually, that's kind of long. I just realized that. But for this purpose, I'm just going to leave it. So we're going to add some glue to both sides. And we're going to lay it down near the edge. Oops, come on. And then do the same for the other side. Alright, so then, oops, okay, come on. And you're gonna bring up the flap. I actually could have trimmed that a little bit, and I didn't. Okay, and I don't know why that is not working. I'm going to trim it now. Oops, I guess I measured that wrong. Just going to trim it off for right now. Wow. Trim this off too. That's really weird. I measured that wrong. Just gonna trim it too. Okay. Okay, so that just makes like a little envelope that you can put things in. And of course you can use a magnet here, so and that attaches under there. Now you don't have to make your envelope, you can just use a regular envelope. Alright, so there's that. And then this would fold down, and that goes up, and that's the back cover. So I hope you enjoyed my videos. I hope it was like inspirational. And let me know what you think. Any questions or comments down below, and if you have any questions, I'll try to answer them as soon as I see them. I should actually, maybe I will put my my Facebook page down below. I have a couple. I have my own personal page, and then I have my cardstock creation page. I can give you links to both, and if you can even ask me questions on there. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and you have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching.